being like
She was
like,
in the Canadian military. She will mess you up.
Exactly.
I think it's recording, guys.
Little porcelain doll out of the
Yeah,
military.
it's recorded, so we should talk about...
That knows how to operate a gun.
No,
These are great things.
She's throwing daggers, right?
I'm throwing hearts.
No, this is a great day to do your lesson, Hannah.
Okay, anyway, good morning, 8th graders.
Good morning, Xander.
So in choir the last couple of weeks, we've been working on the piece that you have in pairs, this El Condor by Senora Robles.
Wait, where is it?
You have it in pairs.
Oh.
And we've been focusing a lot on the music, how it sounds, how it's supposed to go, just making sure that you all know your pitches. So understanding that you have a general familiarity with it, take 30 seconds with the person next to you and just analyze the score. Note in your head a couple of things about the piece that you'll be able to share with the class.
Missions in Texas. That's why it's called Dorian. It has some sort of
Still a B flat in it.
Oh, a C instrument. They have flute. Or an oboe. Or a gong.
Basically, two parts sing together and one part doesn't.
Okay.
Dotted rhythms.
We say. That'll be my observation. I know, I'm like Colo. Accurate. You know, I speak French.
I took Ukrainian.
I still suck at
I like
French.
it. Wait, you don't have the end?
Fail.
Okay, so you've had a couple of seconds now to look through the score. What are some things you noticed? And yes, it's not the full score, as Johnny just found out. What have you noticed, Johnny?
Oh, we found out that two parts usually sing together and then one part is different.
Okay.
Like it has a different rhythm or something.
Sweet. Different rhythm. Do they ever sing different pitches, a different line?
Yes.
Cool. What else?
It's in a foreign language until the, well, it looks like the ends. There's some English.
There's some English, yeah. And in the piece that you don't have with you, it goes back to the foreign language. That's going to come up another day. What are some other things that you notice?
It starts in the, not the major key.
Not the major key?
Yeah.
Do you know what, quote-unquote, key it starts in?
The relative minor.
Relative minor, okay. And if, looking at our key signature that's given, what would that be? Anyone can answer that. It doesn't just have to be Johnny.
The key or the minor key?
The minor key.
It'd be D minor.
Okay, great. Yeah, Liz.
Everyone basically has the same rhythm. The sopranos have a little baby twist on it.
Yeah, a little baby twist. So these are all really great observations. But going and looking at just the first two bars of the piece, right where the C instrument starts, what do you notice about those two bars? Is there anything interesting, out of the ordinary? Yes, Jordan.
There's baby notes.
Baby notes. Does anyone know what we call those baby notes?
Aren't they grace notes?
Grace notes.
Who's Grace?
Sometimes we could call them, they have the same word as the things you put on your Christmas tree.
Ornaments.
Ornaments. Yeah.
That was good.
We're going to ignore the ornaments for right now.
I don't celebrate Christmas.
And in our performance, we'll put those in there. But do you notice anything else about that set of pitches, that little melody? It's okay if you don't. You can say no. No. Okay, so listen to the melody one time, and we'll see what we can hear. So it goes like this. Listen one more time. Let's sing that. 3, 4. Yeah, so having heard it, does anything come to mind about what that sounds like? Yeah, Jordan.
It reminds me of Native Americans.
Native Americans, okay. Why?
Because it sounds like I don't even know how to like describe it. You know when you like watch the Discovery Channel and they have the music in the background? That's
Yeah.
kind of what it
I feel
sounds
you.
like.
I got that too. Liz, did you have something?
Isn't it higher than what you played?
It is. It is an octave higher, but for the comfortability of our singers, I played it down an octave. Yeah. Anything else? Let's look at the specific pitches. So if we're gonna, y'all are really familiar with solfege, because we've been working on it for years.
Totally.
Since 6th grade. We're gonna think of F as our do. And if we look at this first pitch, what is our solfege?
La.
La. And then down to So, if we put that into a scale, we have our do, re, mi, sol, la.
It's pentatonic.
It's pentatonic, says Jordan. Does anyone agree with her?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, very good, very good. It's pentatonic. That's awesome. You guys are so smart. So, the setup around this music, the scale that this music focuses around and sort of builds around, is that pentatonic scale that Jordan so astutely identified for us. And the music of Peru, where this is from, this El Condor by Senor Robles, is from the Andean Mountains in Peru. In those cultures, the pentatonic scale is a really common scale that is used. And so that little theme and motive is going to appear a lot in our music, and will even come into play with some of the parts. Keeping that in mind, listen now to this piece. It's another El Condor, but this time instead of being choral, it's by Simon Garfunkel. Who's heard of Simon and Garfunkel? Yeah, those guys
He's
who had
old.
the Bridge Over Troubled Water, right?
He's old. He's old.
They are old. It's two guys, right? So we're going to listen to this, and as you're listening, think about similarities and differences to the El Condor, just from what you know of looking at it for a few seconds.
Turn the projector back on, maybe?
Your strategy doesn't work.
It's coming
Oh,
out.
it's coming.
Technical difficulties. Okay, listening for similarities and differences to your El Condor. So just listening to that short little segment, what do you notice? What are some things that are similar and different from your El Condor?
But
Yes, Rebecca.
it's like, I'd rather be a hammer than a nail.
So the melody that they're singing is the same as in the music, right?
Mhm.
Whoa, very cool. Liz?
It was in English, and ours is not in English.
Aha, another difference. Why do you think that is?
Because they speak English.
They speak English, and this music is
Peruvian.
Peruvian. Yes, wonderful. Is there anything you noticed about the first plucked instrument you heard that Johnny was playing on the air plucked instrument for us? Anything about that little melody that you noticed? That might be
It's
similar.
similar
Similar to what?
to the C instrument.
Aha. So what scale was that plucked instrument playing? Johnny?
The pentatonic.
The pentatonic scale, yes, beautiful. So now you're all gonna come find a metallophone or xylophone, and you have your mallets there.
He hasn't said go yet.
Ready, set, go.
I call the biggest one.
Oh,
Mike, feel free to join
I
us.
love that Johnny respects the.
He knows I will
Oh.
from.
I gotta calling
Okay.
Shotty.
So before we play, remind me, what is our rest position? Miranda's got a rest position. That's a rest position. That's a rest position. Great. And then when we're ready to play, how do we play? How do we look? Yeah, we're ready to go. So looking at your xylophone and metallophone, what do you notice about them?
It's in Pentatonic.
You took away notes.
I took away notes. Why did I take away notes?
Because they're not in the pentatonic.
Because they're not in the pentatonic scale. And if F is our do, which are we missing?
These one. Oh, sorry.
B and E.
Burgers and eggplant, right? Beautiful. So, we're going to have a group improv right now. So, I'm going to start us off, and you're going to have a couple bars, few bars, to just play around on that F pentatonic. Okay? So, here we go. 1, 2, ready, play. Two more bars. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, ready, off. Yes, beautiful. So, we're now going to put it back into our Simon and Garfunkel. So when the music plays, what do you think you do?
Play.
Oh, if Simon and Garfunkel are singing, do we want to listen to them or do we want to accompany them? Okay, well let's try that then. And when they're not singing, what do you think we should do?
We have solos.
Listen.
Oh, okay. We could continue playing, couldn't we?
I just tried the whole time.
Yeah, let's try that. So here we go.
Should we play softly when they're singing?
Maybe try playing softly. Because you want to make sure that you hear everything going on in the music, right? When the music stops, Jordan and Liz continue. Everyone back in? When the music stops this time, Miranda and Johnny continue. Everyone back in. This time when it stops, Mike and the backup continue. And everyone back in one more time. Beautiful. So what did you think about that experience?
I couldn't hear
It was
him.
fun.
You couldn't hear him. Why couldn't you hear him?
We were playing too loud.
We were playing too loud. So if we were to do it again, maybe tomorrow, what do you think we should do differently?
Not play when he's singing.
Not play when he's singing. Miranda, what did you say? You had a really good one?
Listen more.
Listen more? Yeah. So in choir, sometimes when we're singing, sometimes it seems like we're singing all by ourselves and it's a solo and we get to just rock it out. But then we don't sound like a choir, do we? So what do we do when we want to sort of make it a cohesive sound? We listen more. Exactly. So leave your mallets at the xylophone metallophone. And as you're going back to your seats, someone raise their hand and tell me what scale is used in this music and in the music of Peruvian Andean music. Think about it. When you're ready, raise your hand and let me know.